This is Mibro GS smartwatch. I bought it from Ali Express Mibro official store. It came with the box and the watch and the charging cable. The cable is a magnetic one, so it has a magnet and two pins for the connection. So it's have a logo and it need to be attached to the back of the watch. With the magnet, it connected to the connecting point strongly. If I accidentally put the cable on the watch wrongly, the connecting points were not attached to the points on the watch. Only if the cable is in correct position, the points from the cable were attached to the watch points properly. Magnets are so strong that I don't need to worry about loose connection. Here we can see the two pins from the cable. They are long enough and then they will be pressed on the connecting spots at the back of the watch. Those spots are metallic spots at the back of the watch and they are clean and shiny. This is my charger. It's working well. You can see the light. The watch doesn't come with the charger block, so I have to use my own charger and connect to the charging cable they provided with the Mibro logo on it. Then I will connect it to the watch. You see that? There is no sign of being recharged. Once it's connected with the charger, it should show that it is charging, but it doesn't show anything. So you can see how the connection is. It is quite strong, stay connected firmly with Mibro original cable, but it is not recharged. You can see the connecting points are shiny, the metals are quite clean, the pins are long, so no need to worry about the connection. But why it is not recharged? There is a problem with the watch. So I want to test whether it is the watch problem or the cable problem. So I have to check the cable first. I used a multimeter to test the cable. I tested the magnetic end of the cable. That end were attached to the watch. So I can see that the 5.2 volt come out to the pins at the magnetic end. That end were connected to the watch. So I connected it to the watch, but there is no sign of being recharged. So I can confirm that the problem is not the cable, the watch itself. I tried to find the service center in the town, even in the city, but none of the service center repair the smartwatch. All the shops answer me that you cannot find a shop repair the smartwatch in this country. So this watch becomes useless after it finished the battery. So I have no other options, but I have to figure out by myself if I can do something. So I tried to find a way how to open the back cover. I found the line and then I found 4 screws, attached the back cover to the frame, and the screws are small with 6 angles. So luckily I have a screwdriver to use to open these screws. So I try to open it, but to open the screws the best way is remove the wrist strap first. So I remove the straps, then after that I remove the screws. It is so sad to say that this watch is only 1 month old and I bought it from official Mibro store. One thing is that the back cover must be attached to the frame with a seal. So I need to be careful not to damage the seal. It can be rubber seal to prevent the water going into the watch. I use a blade not to push in deeply, and then I flip it up. Then yes, the back cover pop up. Luckily it was not too hard to open it. Then I open the back cover slowly and carefully, avoid damaging any connector inside. Now it is open. I see the battery. There is a small flat cable connected from the battery to the circuit board. The main circuit board, these are the magnets and 2 connecting pins for the charging, and on the main board there are 2 points for charging. So when I connect the charging cable to the back of the watch, then I saw 2 pins. The power will come to the pins here, 2 pins, then they will go to the 2 points on the main board and go along the circuits to recharge the battery. So I need to figure out where is the fault, whether the power comes from the cable to the points, those pins, or from the pins to the points on the main board or the main board itself. So I will test one by one. First of all, I will test the pin inside the cover, whether the power come to them or not. Yes, they do have the power. So I have to check the points on the main board, whether they work well or not. So I will use the cable directly connect to the charging point on the main board and see whether the watch is recharged or not. So I have to be careful and position carefully. You can see that the watch is being recharged, but the pins need to be placed on the charging spot correctly. So I can see that the watch socket is working well to recharge the battery, and then the power comes from charging cable to the points inside the back cover. So the only thing is, from the points inside the back cover to the main board, the connection must be proper. So I have to test the pins whether they are loose or not, and then the pins must attach to the points on the main board properly, and then the points should be clean. So I clean the surface of the points on the main board, try to connect the cable, and then back cover to attach the pins to the connecting points, the charging points on the main board, and see whether the watch is recharged or not. So when I place the pins in the place correctly, the watch is recharged. But I need to be careful, align properly, and connect properly. So I put the back cover back properly and test again before I tighten the screw. Yes, it's been recharged. Hopefully it will work for long. I'm not sure how long it will work. So probably the problem is the connection between the back cover to the main board. Now I'm going to reinstall the screws, tighten the screws to make sure it is sealed, and check the charging again. Yes, the watch is being recharged properly. I disconnect, reconnect again. Yes, still being recharged. Hopefully it will last for long. Thank you for watching.